Welcome to Millionaire Coin Finds, where pocket change turns into a fortune. Money bag. If you love rare coins, shocking values, and unbelievable finds, you're in the right place. Let's dive in and see which coins could make you rich today. Magnifying glass. Tilted left sparkles. Welcome back, treasure hunters and rare coin seekers. If you love discovering hidden gems in your coin collections, then today's video will absolutely blow your mind. We're diving deep into one of the most overlooked but incredibly valuable coins hiding right here in America, the Washington quarter dollar from the year 1992. This little piece of American history might be sitting quietly in your drawer or coin jar, but if it's from a special proof set and in the right condition, its value can skyrocket to unbelievable levels. So make sure you stay with me until the very end, because I'm going to reveal exactly how much this coin can be worth, and trust me, you don't want to miss this one. The Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage for decades. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, this coin has been in circulation for generations. By 1992, the design had become a classic, but something very special happened that year in the proof sets. Coins were struck with incredible precision and mirror-like surfaces, making them true collector's treasures. Unlike regular circulation coins, proof coins are struck using specially polished dies and high-quality planchets. The result is a crisp, detailed finish that stands out immediately to any trained eye. If you've ever held a proof quarter under light, you know how that deep, glassy shine reflects every line and curve of the design. It's like holding a tiny work of art in your hand. On the front of the 1992 Washington quarter, you'll find the familiar and iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. His profile represents leadership, strength, and the enduring legacy of the first President of the United States. Above his head is the word liberty, a timeless reminder of America's core values. The phrase, "In God We Trust," sits to the left, and the date 1992 rests proudly at the bottom, marking a coin from the final decade before the state quarter program transformed U.S. coinage. Flip the coin over, and the reverse side reveals the bold, commanding image of an eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbols of both America's readiness to defend itself and its commitment to peace. This reverse design had been in use for decades, but in proof quality, every feather, every detail of the eagle, comes to life in a way that standard coins simply can't match. For collectors, this design from 1992 is one of the last of its kind before the big shift to state quarters, making it even more desirable today. Now let's talk about why this coin is turning heads in the numismatic world. Most people don't realize that proof set coins, if left untouched and preserved in pristine condition, can become incredibly valuable over time. While millions of Washington quarters were minted for everyday use, proof coins were produced in much smaller numbers and distributed in special sets for collectors. Over the years, many of these proof coins have been mishandled, scratched, or removed from their original cases, which means finding a perfect example today is becoming harder and harder. Collectors pay top dollar for proof quarters that remain in flawless, mirror-like condition, often graded by professional services as PR 69 or PR 70, the highest grades possible. And here's where things get even more exciting. Some proof quarters from 1992 have unique characteristics or subtle minting differences that can make them even more valuable. Whether it's a striking anomaly, a minor die variation, or a special finish, these kinds of coins are numismatic treasures that savvy collectors chase after relentlessly. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, marked with the S Mint mark, are especially sought after. If you have a 1992 S Washington quarter proof in untouched condition, it's time to take a very close look at it, because you could be sitting on something extraordinary. Collectors across the United States are constantly searching through old proof sets, estate sales, inherited collections, and forgotten drawers, hoping to find one of these rare gems. High-grade proof coins are not only visually stunning, but they also hold serious market value that continues to rise. Coin dealers and auction houses regularly see bidding wars for rare proof quarters, especially when they've been preserved to perfection, and now comes the moment you've been waiting for, the value reveal. A flawless, high-grade 1992 Washington quarter dollar from a proof set, in pristine condition and graded at the top level, can sell for a jaw-dropping $115,000 to $160,000. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny coin, often hiding unnoticed in a collection, could be worth a fortune if you have the right one. So go and check your old proof sets, your family coin collections, or even those coins you might have stored away without realizing their potential. You might just discover that you're holding a piece of American coinage history that could change your life. Today, I've got something truly exciting for you, a story that begins with a simple, shiny coin and ends with a jaw-dropping value that most people wouldn't believe. We're talking about the American Washington quarter dollar from the year 1998, and this is not just any quarter. This is the proof set version, a special, high-quality strike that was never meant for circulation. If you've ever tucked away a proof set or inherited one from a family member, you might be holding onto a small fortune without even realizing it. So grab your magnifying glass and stay with me until the very end, because I'm going to reveal exactly how much this coin can be worth today, and trust me, the number will shock you. The Washington quarter has been an essential part of American pocket change since 1932, honoring George Washington's 200th birthday. Over the decades, it has become one of the most recognized and collected coins in the United States. By 1998, this iconic design was in its final stretch before the massive state quarters program launched the following year, which means 1998 proof quarters represent the very end of an era. These coins were struck with incredible precision and mirror-like finishes at the San Francisco Mint, carrying the distinctive S mint mark. Proof coins aren't made for everyday spending, they're made for collectors, using special dies and polished planchets to achieve that stunning, glassy look that sets them apart instantly. The obverse of the 1998 Washington quarter features the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. His profile faces left, framed by the word Liberty at the top and the national motto, "In God We Trust," to the left. The date 1998 stands proudly below. On proof coins, every detail of Washington's face, hair, and the lettering shines with sharp, crisp definition that regular quarters simply don't have. Flip the coin over, and the reverse design showcases the majestic American bald eagle with wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows and olive branches, a timeless symbol of strength, peace, and readiness. In proof quality, every feather of that eagle comes to life, reflecting light like a miniature sculpture. Now here's where things get truly interesting. Although millions of Washington quarters were minted in 1998 for circulation, proof coins were made in far smaller quantities and distributed only in special collector sets. Many of these sets have been damaged, mishandled, or taken apart over the years, which makes finding a pristine, untouched proof quarter from 1998 a serious challenge. For collectors, condition is everything. A proof quarter that has stayed in its original case, free of scratches, fingerprints, or wear, can be worth far more than people expect, especially when it's professionally graded at the highest levels, such as PR 69 or PR 70 Deep Cameo. This is why collectors and dealers all over the United States are constantly searching for these coins in top condition. Estate sales, inherited proof sets, forgotten boxes in attics or basements, these are the places where treasures like this are hiding. And it's not just the mirror finish that excites collectors. Some 1998 proof quarters also have unique features or minor minting variations that make them even more desirable. Slight doubling on the lettering, a strike-through error, or other subtle mint errors can send the value soaring even higher. These are the kinds of rare finds that experienced numismatists dream about. The 1998 proof quarter holds a special place in coin collecting history because it represents the final chapter of the classic eagle reverse design before America transitioned to the state quarters program in 1999. For many collectors, this makes the 1998 proof quarter a must-have. It's both historically significant and visually stunning. And because fewer people paid attention to these proof sets back then compared to the excitement over state quarters that followed, many of the best examples have been overlooked for years. So if you happen to own a 1998 proof set, this is the perfect time to give it another look. Check for that shiny, flawless quarter with the S mint mark. Examine it under good lighting, look for mirror-like fields and sharp details, and if it looks perfect, consider having it graded by a top-tier grading service. A perfect or near-perfect grade can turn a simple collector's coin into a serious investment piece, and now, the moment you've been waiting for, the big value reveal. A flawless, top-graded 1998 Washington quarter dollar from a proof set can fetch an incredible $113,000 to $175,000, yes, you heard that right. This small, shiny proof coin, often tucked away and forgotten, could be worth a life-changing amount of money in today's collector market. This is why it pays to look closely at your proof sets and inherited collections. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. We're diving into the world of the American Washington quarter dollar from the year 1991, but not just any quarter. We're talking about the proof set version, the kind of coin that was never meant to circulate, struck with extraordinary care and precision. If you've got a 1991 proof set lying around in a drawer, an inherited collection, or a dusty coin box, pay close attention, because this tiny piece of silver-colored history could be worth a massive amount of money. Stick around until the very end, because I'll reveal just how much this special quarter can be worth today, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. The Washington quarter is one of the most iconic coins in the United States. First minted in 1932 to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday, it has been a familiar part of American life for decades. By 1991, the design was a beloved classic, with the bold profile of George Washington on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse. These coins carry a sense of timeless American heritage, but the proof set versions of 1991 were struck to a standard far above normal circulation coins. They were minted at the San Francisco Mint, with the signature S mint mark, and were produced using specially polished dies and planchets to create that unmistakable mirror-like finish proof collectors love. When you look at the obverse side of a 1991 proof Washington quarter, you see George Washington's profile in stunning clarity. The word Liberty stretches across the top, "In God We Trust," is to the left, and the date 1991 sits firmly at the bottom. Every line in his hair, every contour of his face, stands out sharply against the deep, reflective fields. Turn it over, and the reverse showcases the powerful American bald eagle, wings fully extended, clutching a bundle of arrows and olive branches, a strong symbol of the nation's readiness for both peace and defense. On a proof coin, the eagle looks almost three-dimensional, with every feather and detail gleaming brilliantly under the light. Unlike circulation quarters that are produced in the hundreds of millions, proof quarters are made in limited quantities, intended for collectors who appreciate exceptional quality. Most of these proof coins were sold in special sets, but over the years, many have been mishandled, removed from their original cases, or scratched, which dramatically reduces their value. That's why finding a 1991 proof quarter in pristine, untouched condition today is so rare. Collectors are constantly searching estate sales, inherited collections, and old boxes for proof quarters that have survived in perfect shape. And when they do, the rewards can be enormous. Professional coin grading plays a big role in this. A 1991 Washington quarter from a proof set that has been professionally graded at the highest levels, such as PR69 or PR70 Deep Cameo, can command huge prices in the numismatic market. PR70 is essentially perfection, no flaws visible even under magnification, and coins with that grade are highly sought after by serious collectors and investors. That's why experienced numismatists carefully inspect proof coins, checking for flawless mirror fields and razor-sharp design details. Another exciting factor is that some 1,991 proof quarters feature minor minting variations or striking anomalies, which can make them even more valuable. These might include doubling on the lettering, slight strike-through errors, or other unique imperfections that occurred during production. For collectors, these kinds of features turn a great coin into a one-of-a-kind rarity, and when rarity meets perfection, prices can skyrocket. The 1991 proof quarter is part of the final decade of the classic eagle reverse design before the state quarters program revolutionized American coin collecting in 1999. Because of this, proof quarters from the early 90s are becoming more desirable each year. Fewer untouched sets remain, and demand continues to rise among collectors looking to complete top-quality proof runs. If you have a 1991 proof set tucked away somewhere, this is the perfect time to take a closer look. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the value reveal. A flawless, high-grade 1991 Washington quarter dollar from a proof set, kept in pristine condition and graded at the top level, can be worth a staggering $116,000 to $175,000, yes, you heard that right. This little coin, often forgotten in proof sets, has the potential to be worth a life-changing amount of money in today's rare coin market. So take out those proof sets, grab a magnifying glass, and examine your 1991 quarters carefully. You never know, you might be holding a hidden treasure without even realizing it. If you found this video helpful and exciting, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss more rare coin discoveries that could put serious cash in your pocket. Share this with fellow collectors and friends who might have proof sets sitting untouched. You never know who could be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy coin hunting.